Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Salsabil Labibah Yusfa, and today I would like to discuss or talking about our motion today is that this house believe that importing rice has broke many harm than good. So this house believe that, which means this motion will discuss about something wrong or something bad, and something wrong or something right, and something good or something bad. So um today our motion is the house belief that importing rice has brought more harm than good. This happens because Indonesia has sufficient rice supply for the next few years, but still imports rice. From the news on CNN Indonesia, the reason for importing rice is not right because the rice supply is sufficient and even tends to be a surplus. Apart from that, he regrets the arrival of imported rice, which usually coincides with or close to the main harvest. This condition is of course detrimental to farmers. So, from the news above, it can be explained that the emergence of this motion is that show the government is believe that importing rice has brought many harm than the good. Okay. This is based on several reasons that make the government believe this. First, if the country imports a lot of rice, where the supply of rice in our country is low, this can kill farmers' job. Why? Because when the country depends on imported products compared to the country trying to advance to the work of farmers, what happened is that the jobs of farmers will be lost, but the country will depend on imported products. The example is in the previous article, state the imported rice that comes in usually close to be the main harvest and can be detrimental for the farmers. So that's why I said that if the government continues to import rice, it will kill farmers. It will kill farmers' jobs. However, the bad things is that the food storage for basic is need will continue to depend on imports. Second, when the country use too many products, it will have an impact on our currency. Countries are said by rich when they have many dollar enter our country. If we use too much of these dollars to get some important products, our dollar savings will decrease. If import continue to increase, economic condition will weaken and the rupiah rate will continue to decline. So for the example like this country said the country is said to be rich because they export a lot of products, so that they have generate a lot of dollars that enter the country. So when we use dollar to buy this import product like a rice, it can be when we use dollar to buy rice, the supply of our own rice is still quite large. This can be said that we spend the state saving dollar for importing rice. As I said in the first point, if the farmer's job die, the country will depend on import products. If the country continues to import, our dollar will runs out. If the dollars runs out and there is no other dollars enter, and then it could have an impact on our value of currency to decline. Quoted from Chiring blog, according to research, the consumption of imported goods made in foreign countries has increased over the past 6 years, making the domestic balance sheet depressed. So it means that when we have to continue to buy importing product like rice, it can be the reason we lost our dollar runs out. We lost our dollars, our saving dollars in this country. So when we lost our dollars, it can be what is it? Our country can be said poor country. Okay, and the last is according to the General Chairman of the Indonesian Farmers Technology and Seed Bank Association, AB2TI, Dewi Andreas, he considers the rice import policy this year to be inappropriate. He said all available data showed no indication of a food crisis this year. If rice imports are still carried out, saying that there are no indication of crisis, a food crisis, the rice supply will accumulate in the warehouse. So when the domestic rice supply is sufficient and the import rice supply is arrived, the warehouse will be full. Then the rice must be marketed. Otherwise, the rice will spoil. As a result, products that are bought with dollar are ultimately wasted because they have. So importing rice today has more disadvantage than gains. So with some the examples and evidence above, it explained that importing rice for now it has many disadvantage as well as its advantage. So maybe it's enough for me, and wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.